Everybody, and welcome to the Braless on Couch Show. I'm Halley from Evolve and Succeed, and I'm super stoked because we are going to talk about something that's dear to my heart, and that's figuring out an actual number for you in terms of, as a designer, how many clients do you actually need? Because it's not as many as most people think. And that's really, really important because when it comes to business, you cannot be relying on just pulling a number out of your pants and being like, this seems like the right number, because what will happen is that you will end up screwing yourself over. You will end up either taking on too many clients because you're like, I need all the clients. I need all of them right now. Or you will take too few and you'll be like, why the fuck can't I afford food this month? So it's really, really important that when it comes to your business, you always have a number for everything you do, okay? So that really is everything that you do. If you do not have a number, then what you're doing is you're just guessing and wishing, which I don't know if you've noticed, but that's not in any of the business books that are out there. So definitely make sure that that is not what you're doing when it comes to your business. It's not, so I'm talking specifically today about how designers approach it, or developers, because you've got similar setups for your business. But this applies still to your coaches, virtual assistants, copywriters. You guys need to figure out your number of clients for your business, okay? Because if you don't, you are going to end up screwing over your business, all right? So what I want you to do first, before we get started, is if you comment YASS, YASS, all caps, in the comments below, you can get your free guide on getting months of clients. This is an awesome, quick, to the point, it's fillable so that you can fill it out as you go to help you figure out your clients and where you're going to get them and the steps you need to take to get them, okay? Because really at the end of the day, it seems like magic when most people talk about like they have months of clients. It's not, okay? It's very repeatable. It's easy for you to do. You just need to put it into practice, which is the hard part. All right, so go ahead and comment yes. All right, there's also a link if you want in the comments, so that way you can get it either way. My sweet robot butler will be able to hook you up if you hit yes in the comments. Okay, so let's talk about it because designers, lean in close, buddy. Lean in close. You have a tough spot because as a designer, you feel like there's a lot of other designers out there, maybe doing watercolor websites, you know what I mean? And you're getting stuck because you feel like, okay, well, I'm a designer. All I can do is have the same packages as everybody else. I'm going to have the same, I'm just going to be competing on price. People are going to want a fucking proposal, which I hate. And I'm going to have to do a shit ton of consult calls. That is not true, okay? So I know that's the old school way of doing it and it's been brought online, but that is no longer the way you need to be doing your designer business, okay? So what you really need to do is figure out first, how many clients do you actually need, okay? So when you break it down, and a lot of designers or developers I've noticed have usually had like 3 months at a time that they work with one client. You might need a longer amount of time, maybe because you do the development as well as the design, but designers usually have like a 3-month period where they like to work with clients at a time to move them forward from having no website or a very shitty website, like me, and moving them into an amazing professionally designed website, also like me. So when I was first starting out, I tried to DIY my own website, okay? That was bullshit because what I did was just slime green everywhere. Electric slime green that looked like it was toxic waste. You know what I mean? From Ghostbusters, that green. So what happened is that I was like, shit, I really need a designer. And my process for hiring a designer was something that was a lot of people do. I researched, I stumbled around the internet, and I found someone who was basically already had a website that I liked the aesthetics of, and I wanted to have something similar, okay? So it is no longer about going to a designer and saying like, I want watercolors when you clearly do minimalistic, masculine websites. Now people are picking designers based on what their website looks like, what kind of style they have. So first off, this is like just a PSA. Keep fucking digging into your own style because that is priceless, and you definitely want to be cultivating like your artistic talents when it comes to what you think makes an amazing website and what it should look like, okay? Then what I want you to do is think, okay, if I had clients who are going to book me at my top level package, if you don't have packages yet, you should, because you should always package up your offers. Makes them way sexier and way easier to sell. If your top level package, how long does it take for you to actually do that package? Now, again, 3 months I've seen is usually the average, but if it takes you longer, that's totally okay. That's not a big deal in the client's eyes. You just need to communicate that clearly. And if you're like, okay, I need 4 months to get a fully designed website up and running for my client, working with a developer, maybe you have you two tag team it to make sure it gets up there and you both do what you're good at, which I highly recommend. Definitely always partner up with people to get shit done instead of having to learn it all yourself. But basically when you're like, okay, so it takes me 4 months and I need to spend 40 hours a month working with clients and I need about 20 hours a month to work in my own business, that means, all right, let's see, 60 hours a month. And if you work, 40 hours for all those 3 weeks, that means that you only have 2 client spots available, okay? So take the number of hours per your top level package and figure out, okay, how many hours does this actually take me to complete? And how many can I fit in to do that? And then once you figured it out, be like, okay, well, now that I know I'm booked out for the next 3 or 4 months, then, okay, I have to start booking for 4 months in advance, right? One of my fave peeps from Be Booked Out, Krista Ray, she is always booked out 3 months in advance at least, okay? And she's got a wait list of people, and she's also, this allows you to take less work on board, because what happens is that you no longer have to worry about taking everybody, and okay, great, I just need these 2 people, which means that I also need to price it so that 2 people is profitable and I can live off that. And once you've done that, then you're good to go, all right? So you need to have a number. You need to use that number because people find it really, really sexy and exciting when they say, oh my God, she's only got 2 spots available. I want to work with her. So you really, really want to know what your numbers are, because if you don't, you're going to end up not being that exciting. You're going to end up having to price yourself lower because you're not standing out. And you're going to end up having to just always constantly be fumbling for more clients. I've done it. Other people have done it. But it doesn't need to be that way any longer, okay? You can get systematic and you can get strategic, or rather the strategic and methodical way of doing things, which is, okay, now that I have a set goal and a set number, I can move forward in a way that brings me closer and closer to my goal every time. And that's really what we're looking for, is that you are always being more and more strategic with how you're moving forward with your business, because if you are not, you're making your life a whole bunch harder. Business is amazing, but it is not rocket science, okay? You need to make sure that you have a structure and a method in place that you can reuse. Otherwise, it is always going to feel really, really fucking hard, okay? So why don't you go ahead, grab this free guide, which will teach you how to get months of clients in advance. It takes you step by step through it. It's fillable. Just comment yes, all uppercase, YASS. Or there is a link up in the comments or up in the description of this episode that you can grab it at, all right? So I'm so excited for you, because now that you know what your number is when it comes to your design business, you now have one less stress on you. And a lot of people say, like, holy shit, Halley, I didn't realize that I could actually take a break because I no longer have to worry the fuck out. I just know that I have 1 spot available and I can fill that up really easily. So once you start to identify these important numbers in your business, you can actually take a deep breath and relax and drink some gin. So good job. Go figure out your number. Go drink some gin. And I will see you on the next episode of Braless on Couch. I'm Halley Gray from Evolve and Succeed. See you soon.